Great lineup of players at our cash game. Real contrast in terms of background, experience, nationality. It's an amazingly varied field, Gary.
Yes, it certainly is. We've got internet players, we've got old school players, we've got ex-backgammon players, we've got university students, we've got all sorts here.
Total to play.
Yeah, we've got a ton of poker ability as well, regardless of background. Well, Eric Liu raises and Neil Channing suddenly loosened up a ton.
Well, he's been sitting here watching the players, trying to learn how they play, get a read on them, and suddenly he's decided now's the time. I think he finally worked out he's about 5,000 behind and he has to try and get it back.
Jack 5, 6.
Although I don't believe that for a minute. Neil's too shrewd.
Oh, pretty nice flop for Eric's 8s.
Yep, just one overcard. He's definitely going to do a continuation bet and see what happens.
650.
Neil's not looking to be passing.
And this may be a little bit premeditated. He just calls, looking to take it away on the turn if a spade comes or a straight card comes.
I think he's just waiting to see what Eric decides to do on the turn.
Check.
That ace looks like a scary card for the 8s. It's brought a flush draw for Neil, so we can now bet without. But he might be afraid of the check raise.
1,700.
He's made the bet, though.
He has a sturdy bet as well, 1,700 into the 21.75 pot. Tough to see how Eric can continue in this one. He just hasn't seen Neil play many hands.
No, exactly. Ace-Jack is definitely a kind of hand you could give him in this spot as well, so, or even a set. Shrewd lay down there by Eric. Interesting play by Neil, showing he's finally decided to loosen up and use his table image. Good play, Neil.
Yeah, I'm happy.
That is the big chip stack of Eric Liu. Peachy Keen is his online moniker. He's been knocking the online games dead for a long time now, and he's doing it live to our cash game. He's up over 35,000 euros.
Don't kill it now.
He's been a dominating presence at the table.
He certainly has. Played very, very well. Caught the right cards at the right time as well in a big pot against Bambus. And he's left Bambus reeling a little, who's over 20,000 euros down. But I wouldn't rule out Bambus getting that back either.
Right, it's 250 total.
Alex Miller mixing it up with his 6-4. Here comes Bambus.
Just flat calls with the ace-queen, and Andy Black finds 10s.
Cool.
Everybody likes it.
Cool.
Room for one more.
Yeah, we're going to have 5 of them.
I'll take my cards back.
Actually, I think
Take
it's
it back,
6.
6 of them.
Yes. Incredible.
Peter Eastgate wants his cards back.
Amazingly, Eric Liu's not in it either.
Yeah.
2, 7, 4.
And I think we found a flop that's almost missed the
Check.
lot. Good one for Andy Black, though.
Check.
Check to the right.
Check. Check.
Sneaky, sneaky. Very
Check.
interesting.
1,500 to play.
Well, Andy Black bets the pot. He doesn't want anyone catching an overcard. Hard to see where he's going to get any action.
Alex looks like he's lining up for maybe a re-raise here. He changes his mind. He definitely thought about it, though.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. It's all right. Just throw away your cards and I'll let you have a look.
Show one.
If you show one, do I have to show both of them?
No.
Choose one. Choose one.
This one.
Okay.
No, the other one.
There we go.
Oh, he showed the wrong
There we
one.
go.
I want to see the other one.
They were both the same. Andy Black had the best hand and takes the chips. He's up over 4,000 euros in our game. Let's make that 5,500 euros with that pot.
Playing high stakes, you really got to know your opponent. It's all about getting into the head of your opponent and always being one step ahead.
You need a lot of luck, money, and to be a little bit adventurous and gutsy.
You play every day and you sort of have to have that strict discipline and strict regimen.
You have to understand the game and understand the way the other people think.
Not worry about the money involved, so you've got to make sure you just play the best game no matter what the stakes.
When I was moving up in stakes, I had 13-hour sessions for like 6 days a week, just sitting there grinding online, you know.
It's a series of incidents, the hands progressing over the time. And if you treat each one individually and just play it as good as you can without making mistakes, you'll be a good cash game player.
A great cash game player? I'm not a great cash game player, so I don't know, yeah. Hopefully I'll find out today. That would be really good. I was praying that one would go over. That was the one I was vibing up that people would pick that one.
They're playing for high stakes. They all seem very relaxed, Gary.
Yeah, they do. I think most of these players are comfortable at this level. The only one who maybe is playing a little bit out of his depth is Alex Miller. I think he's used to playing a little bit smaller. Says that he wanted to test himself, and he's in a good field to do that. There's some very, very good players around this table.
300 total to play.
And if you're going to test your game, these are the players to do it against.
Cool.
Well, Bambos limped in here. He's going to call the raise with position, but he's quite a long way behind.
2, 8.
Great flop for pocket jacks.
Yeah, not bad at all. Of course, he'd probably think the same thing on 4-4-8, but it'd be in a world of pain if that had happened.
There aren't enough great flops for pocket jacks, I think, Gary. Too many ugly ones.
Not even near it.
Well, that one's going to go to Albert.
Stealing my big boy? Oh, the small boy?
Always.
We're going to need
it's a fascinating game, Gary, not least because of the lineup and because we've got such a variety of players on display.
Yeah, variety of players, variety of backgrounds and a variety of styles. All of them prepared to gamble a little bit. No one's really sat on the fence except maybe Neil Channing sitting in the middle. He hasn't had much in the way of cards.
When's Roland coming in?
And the rest of them have all shown a little bit more creativity than I might normally have expected from some of them. Even Neil's been getting in on the act too.
He's in Vegas.
What?
He's in Vegas according to his Facebook.
Alex Miller to act right now. Nope.
Raise 175 total.
Did they use me to entice you in it?
Rico opts to call. He's reasonably often 3-bet when Andy Black's open, but Black calls this time at 7-5.
That was the only name they kept saying the same name over and over.
Yeah. Priced in for Neil.
Cool.
With the best hand as well.
If Neil's in the pot, he usually wants to have the best hand. Doesn't always have to, but...
6, King, 5.
Check.
Check. Check.
Check round to Riku.
Yeah, he's going to bet, maybe even betting the best hand. We can see that he's not, but he might think his 5 is good.
Cool.
Neil's going to take a card off, and Andy Black, with the only real hand, also calls. There's 3 of them remain. 1,500 euros in the pot.
8.
$800.
Well, Neil trying to take control of this pot.
800.
Thinks that neither of them are that strong. He's also played quite tight so far. So he's hoping they can both lay down as it happens.
Well, he gets Andy Black off top pair.
8 for an 8.
I can't imagine Riku passing. He's got a pair and a straight draw here. The only thing he's got to be worried about is whether he's drawing slim.
What kind of hands are you putting on Neil on?
Oh, I wish I had done that. I'm so old school.
And as it happens, Neil's got by far the worst hand in that pot, only drawing to 3 aces.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if this was the plan from the start, but Neil's definitely changed gears, bluffed his way to a couple of pots, and that loss figure is coming down. The straddle has disappeared for the time being. 25, 50 euro blinds at the moment. Bambos will open under the gun. Hasn't played too many hands, Bambos, so he'll probably get a reasonable amount of respect. Cool. Which is why Albert Iverson's cool with 6-4 of diamonds. I've read this one well. Alex Miller finds the bullets.
Let's see whether he prices them in.
1,175.
Okay, 1,125 total.
It's more, that's the key. Significantly more.
I think that's enough to get rid of them.
1,175.
Wow.
Oh, you haven't been watching this game, Gary.
Well, I'm surprised that Bambus wants to call such a large re-race.
Well,
brought Albert in.
Has to call, doesn't he?
Cool. This is unbelievable.
It's not what you want with your races, really. 2 players out of position, but he is a mile in front so far.
5, 7, 3.
Not
oh
now.
My life.
What a flop
for
Albert Iverson. Unbelievable.
Alex Miller owes Bambos a slap, because if he doesn't call, I don't think Albert calls.
I don't think he does. I think you're right.
The nuts for Iverson. Alex Miller wanted to test his game at the bigger limits. This is going to be a test. Can he get away from this?
I don't think he's deep enough. I think he'd have to have about 50,000 in front of him to get off this hand. He's only got about 4,000 or 5,000 left.
Touch more than that.
Just another 6,500-ish.
Well, we think it's 6,750 he's got left in front of him. So in Albert's spot, do you put him in now or do you wait?
You've got to decide. Do you think that this guy's, if he's got ace king, I want to let him catch. If he's got aces or kings, let's get it in now before it gets scary.
You did well. You did well not to say how much he had. I could see you restraining yourself. I knew exactly.
Horrible spot for Alex Miller.
Yeah,
Dreams come true for Albert.
Cool. 2,150.
Just called.
I actually think in this spot that's probably the right case.
You must be able to keep the rough idea.
Alex Miller will be hoping that he has a hand like, I don't know, 8s, 9s.
6.
Well, that's possibly the only hand that...
Wow.
I only do
all in.
Again, the snap call. We've seen it before in this game.
Cool.
And
oh my god.
Cool.
oh my god, says Neil Channing. That's an appropriate response. Not good for Alex Miller. Needs to find a 4.
Yep. All in, cool.
4 to chop.
21,000 euros in this pot. Well, if the dealer keeps dealing, he can get out of it.
Yeah, but unfortunately I think the dealer's going to stop there, and that is enough for Albert Iverson to take that pot down.
Fascinating hand. Bambos decided to call the re-raise with King 9, which priced in Albert Iverson. We'll never know whether he would have called with his 6-4 suited otherwise. He was getting great odds too in the end. Hit a dream flop, and Alex Miller couldn't get away. Up 19,000 euros, the young man in your picture. He's come back really well from a bad start. Alex Miller gets his aces cracked, but it's a cash game. The beauty is you don't have to go anywhere. Just get another 10,000 euros, why don't you? That's what he's going to do. Going to give this another shot. Second place on our leaderboard for Albert Iverson, up 19,000 euros. Eric Liu still leads the way. And Alex, Riku and Bambos looking for a change in fortunes.